everybody for watching tonight. Thank you guys for all the super chat donations. There was so much support tonight. Shout outs to all the super chats that came in. Thank you. And everyone else who messages I didn't get to read. I will go back and watch the replay, check those out. So I will see who was all here and who all said what. So thank you guys. One last time before you go, hit the thumbs up. Good night. I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys.
My Wi-Fi already effed up. Thank you, Jake, and welcome to the after party. It is going to be a good night. Hopefully, Jake will join us too. I'll send a link to Jake if he wants to join. All right. And it's going to start right now. The Wi-Fi had a little issue. Yeah, and I do want to give the viewers the discretion. Our Wi-Fi is not consistent, so there is a chance it may cut off here and there. Minutes, but I'll be right back on and ready to go. So Rose, who's in the chat, hi Rose. That I debunk the Rodney King incident back in the 90s. So let's see what I can pull on from there. Okay, it looks like this is the video, quote-unquote video. Oh, look. Fake, phony CNN. Of course, they're the ones that provide a video. It looks like this is the video or whatever. That's what we're here to do. While that's loading, actually, Rose requested it. You actually did not request it during Jake's last stream. So I talked to her sister, Jonna, a lot, and Rose then requested it over the phone with me. So, but wanted this, and so she's gonna get it. Rose is a very special Jake. So, and I have so much respect for her and Jonna. So basically, whatever requests they have, I will do. That's how much respect I have for those two. And as soon as going, it sounds glitching. Oh. Don't worry. We're going to get this thing underway here in a minute. I don't know what's going on here, why YouTube's taking so long tonight. I always have the pie method. Let's see if this works any better. It does.
Who had the camera? Where was the camera? Oh my God, they caught this on camera.
It was one of the most disturbing things.
Okay. Let's see if this shows it.
Who had the camera? Where was the camera? Oh my God, they caught this on camera.
It was one of the most disturbing things.
Okay, so if he was that big of a threat, why wouldn't they have already been on top of him? Why did it take what? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who had the camera?
6,
Where was the camera?
7,
Oh my God,
8,
they caught this on
9,
camera.
It was one of the
10,
most disturbing things
11,
that
12.
we.
It took 12 seconds for any of the officers to react. It took 12 seconds for any of these people to react. That's already a sign that this is pretty much fake. But let's see what else there is here.
See it on video.
The videotaped beating of Rodney King had left many Los Angeles residents outraged.
It was like the first time we had actually seen it. So it was shocking.
Videotaped
That swing
beating
didn't
of
even hit him.
Rodney
Let's look.
King had left many Los Angeles residents outraged.
It was like the first time we had actually seen it. So it was shocking, but at the same time, it was.
I hate when these words are here. Why do these words have to be here? Is there a actual video without these stupid words? Because I hate these words being on top of the screen. Oh God, of course they have to tie it up to freaking the Floyd fake phony event. Of course they did. Okay, I guess this is the best quality. I was hoping for better quality. Is there better quality? Ooh, actually, yes, there is. Let's get this. 1080p, good. I'm going to do the best I can. They always have these grainy footages. Okay, what has Jake told us about grainy footage? Even then, in the 90s, yes, they didn't have high quality cameras, but they had better quality than this. It looks like some of these don't even, oh, like that one. See how they missed? Look at this. Look at this last one. It looks like you see how it just went through like that and it didn't even touch him. Yeah. Okay. Let's slow-mo it. Let's slow-mo it. It's always good to have slow motion. Let's make sure. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I'm pretty sure that last one did not hit him at all. Or do you think that was fake? Ooh, Rose brings up a good point. Is it a foam baton? Let's find out. Or baton, I should say. Okay. Sorry about the internet problem. What I was going to say before the whole thing went out is Rose is spot on. I'm going to show it. And we were just getting to that good part before the Wi Fi went out. Rose was spot on. And as soon as it will freaking low, look at the bend. Look at the way it bends right here. It is, who knows? Who knows what it's made of? It bends. Let's show it again so everyone can see it. Look at this. Look at the ended. Right there. I'll show it frame by frame. Bent. Look at the way it bends. It bent. Good job, Rose. This is why you're one of Jake's favorites, if not his very favorite. And you deserve it. Because this is the stuff Rose sees. And she is a big help to both me and Jake. Thank you very much, Rose. You were spot on with that one. Exactly. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows in this case? Yeah. Okay. So that already shows it's fake because they're using fake batons. They're already using, the fake batons. Yeah. Okay. Such phony bull crap. Rose absolutely nailed it with the foam. I would have never thought that. Good job, Rose. All right. Now, while I get the next debunk ready, we need change. We need major change in the White House today, which is why I, Bill Clinton, am going to impose the biggest change that anyone's ever seen, which is presidential AI candidates. So instead of seeing real people during the press conference, you're going to see AI Trumps and AI Bidens. I, Bill Clinton, believe change because I did 3 things during my presidency to make the change. 1, I ate a bunch of McDonald's and fattened up on fast food. 2, I drank a ton of salt, even from the salt can, every single day. And 3, I had sex with Monica Lewinsky, which is why I, Bill Clinton, need to be your president in 2028 so we can make change happen again. Now, everybody, I'm Al Gore, and part of that change has to be about the lockbox. So the lockbox is essential for all human life. So what am I talking about, America? Here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a lockbox that's going to change reality. It could make Jake the Awake the most popular YouTuber on the planet Earth. Also, it could make anybody popular in an instant, which is why I, Al Gore, approve this message. And the one and only campaign word that I have for my campaign is lockbox. JP enjoyed it. I mean, we know it's fake. I mean, the bent baton. That's all I need to see to know it's fake. They script so many things. Okay, and I was watching some fake phony stuff too. Let me pull this up. Even back then, they were doing it. It wasn't as often. I got to pull up the part where they show her. It's so obviously fake. Let me find it. Let me find this bullshit. Fake phony coverage. So I was watching fake phony election coverage just to see, what they've scripted. Did they, hide any preparing the public for stuff? I mean, obviously in 2004 you had the Obama, the pre-preparing people for Obama happened in 2004, and that fake phony crap. But I'm trying to I want to show you. I noticed something else. Fake and phony is 2004 coverage that looks too familiar to today, particularly Jake's take on of this fake phony crap. And then we're going to get into exposing the Young Turks, because they seem to want to be the one to put it that way. Well, to learn real quick in just a minute, because they're making themselves sound they're making themselves fit in all these things. No. We're gonna debunk these people. That's why we're here, to debunk the people who pretend to be against the establishment. Although, what does that even mean? The establishment is the whole world government and the whole psyop that they're putting on us. That's what the establishment is. It's not this bull crap that they're spewing out there. So where is the part where I was going to show you the goofiness? Because something really stupid does. Here he is. I found it. Sorry for the wait. And Jake showed this about Newsom in the past. Well, this happened in 2004.
Is joining us now, our White House correspondent at Bush headquarters with information. What have you learned, Dana?
This was back in 2004, everybody.
Hi, well, you just heard Ed Gillespie talking
Look
about the
at
fact
how
that
many times. Okay. Did everyone just see that? I'm going to slow motion this. I'm going to turn the audio off. So we're at 420. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at how many times she blinks in such a quick pace. So at 4:26, 1, 2, 3. Blinks in 1 second. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is slow motion, by the way. I'm going to put it on normal mode now so you can see how many times this person blinks. So they were even doing this crap, Let me put it back. Oh, crap. Why did I do that? Look at this. Blink, 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 blink. Were they doing AI back then and just made it less obvious and did it less? Who knows? Who knows? But there's an example of it happening in 2004. A lot, when I was 3 years old, this was going on. Oh my God. And then there's clips of her not doing that. It's like, come on. They're making it obvious. Okay, let's expose these Young Turks now. Because sometimes I'll watch them to expose them, consider themselves the anti-establishment, even though we know they're right up, no question about it. So let's debunk their bull crap. Oh my God. So, as we all know, Jake broke down the fake phony shooting in July of 2024 when it happened. Then these Young Turks come So if you guys are real news, why didn't you do this investigation? Oh, yeah, 2 years ago. Oh, when this was going on. Oh, yeah, see? And then right after that was the fake incident. Of course. So let's look at this bullshit that they're trying to shove down our asses. Where is it? Where is this crap? Because we're going to absolutely debunk these people. Yeah, here we go. This is it. This is the Young Turks. And before we start, because this was mentioned, that's right. Hey, Holden Smith plays the part of Ada Mokler for Midas Touch, a left-wing fake phony on Midas Touch. Holden Smith is Ada Mokler. You could see he shapeshift in Auckland and a shapeshifting Moldy Roller. All right, there's your Aaron Haywood. I had to do that. Okay, let's debunk these Young Turks. Let's debunk this crap. So this was 2 years later, might I add. All right, let's start this bull crap.
That day, Thomas Crooks came within a quarter inch of destroying this country. And yet, a year and a half later, we still know almost nothing about him or why he did it. That's because, for some reason, the FBI, even the current FBI, doesn't want us to know.
Apparently, Tucker is behind this too. Another fake phony character who interviewed the new Alex Jones, played probably by Will Sasso, an AI. So you have that associated with these stupid idiots. All right, and then we have this podcaster, another government agent, another government employee. I don't even know what the hell his name is. All we know is that he's horrible. So let's listen to the BS he has to say.
Maybe the assassination was like not something that we don't know the full story.
Oh my God.
So maybe it was staged.
Maybe. Yes, it was. And if you really mean it, there's a channel out there called Jake the Awake who proves it. 2 years ago. Go look. Go watch it. He does a whole stream about it. Oh, but no. See, they don't want to mention him. You know why? Because these people work for the government. They're not independent news outlets. They will never talk about Jake because they want Jake to lose. You see, if they really cared, they would promote Jake. Sorry about that. Finishing some chocolate. My little Starbucks dessert. All right. But anyway, maybe. Well, go watch Jake the Awake stream about it and let me know what you think afterwards. Because clearly you have no idea what you're talking about. Clearly you sound like an idiot. Maybe provide the evidence. Provide the evidence, hardcore facts and evidence. If you can't do that, you look like an idiot. You know, kind of like Eric Dubay, when he said you could, take the paper of the moon onto a ceiling and that represents the moon in a flat earth. Eric Dubay, even a preschooler could debunk that guy. But anyway, moving on.
Maybe it was faked. Maybe it was some kind of message to him, although I don't understand that.
Now, it's been months since Tucker Carlson did a deep dive into President Donald Trump's would-be assassin, Thomas Crooks, and the FBI's lack of interest in, investigating it, including the motive. Now,
Because it's staged. Maybe they don't have a fake phony reason. Because it's all Hollywood theater. The whole thing is Hollywood. And we all know it. Continue with your bull crap.
More conservatives are beginning to question what exactly happened in Butler, Pennsylvania during the 2024 presidential election.
The scripted fake phony election, which all the elections are handpicked. You don't get to decide your vote. By the way, that reminds me, are they doing it now? Are they actually visibly rigging the election now? If they are, I'm going to take a quick detour from this and show everyone exactly what they do to our election system here in California. Just a second, because obviously I want to show that to the audience. Because I said I would. In the day, I'll randomly go live during the day. No problem. Oh, look, they did. They did it. They did it. They did it. They did it. Okay, everybody. Let's go over this part. First of all, there is no dates. Okay, here we go. Good. We are going to take a quick detour and show everybody what they do to the election systems in the state of California. So everyone can see what the hell we're talking about. Because now I can show it. I have visible proof of it. Let's start. So everybody, this is what California does. You are not, in terms of the state constitution, are not allowed to tamper with the voting machine unless if you have specific testing dates. So those were the testing dates. And see, they don't even have a PDF of it. Look at this. There's results right here. Look. These are results on their voting machine right now. So anyone who says, oh, no, elections are real, they would never cheat, there's the receipt. There's the receipt, everybody. There you go. There you go. There. So they have governor's race, and according to this scripted fake phony slot, let's see. Actually, I could probably connect it to the map is probably what I should do so I can show everyone this bull crap. Here we go. Here we go. I knew they would do this. And of course, I said I would detour the minute this happened. Any given day or anything, here we are. So just to show you what an API is, so everyone. Because this is one of the biggest conspiracies of all. So what they can do with an API is have it locally running, which means it does not have to be connected to the internet. And then the output can be online. So, yes, an API does allow for that. So what an API does is it takes input data, in this case, the voting machine. It gathers happened, and it's happening right now. So I knew this whole thing would happen. We have to expose the fake, phony rigoroni of these fake, phony elections. They're doing it. So where is it? Where is the thing I can play around with? Is this it? No, this is not it. Where's the... Or maybe I have to go back into the Wayback Machine and get it. Okay, let's go back and get the code from the Wayback Machine so I can prettify it for you all. That way it's easier for everyone to read. And by the way, here's another thing with these results. It always comes out in the same pattern. The only difference is day one, like the very Wi-Fi was horrible just now. Yeah, it was bad. Exactly, JP. But I wanted to get back to my point about the elections, because I want to show you an example of what makes it beautiful, what lets this happen. So what lets this happen? Let me actually get a more prettified version of it so I can actually show you a good map and not just these text things. So when I do that, that's when I will share my screen again. Oh, actually, I can just share it now. Okay, so what I need to do, we're going to do. So this is not going to be this time. This is going to be from last time, because this is on the way back machine. But what I'm going to do with this script is this. I am going to pluck out the stuff. What I'm going to do is pluck it out. The code, and I'm going to make it so that it works for right now. So I can show you an example what's like. Here we go. So this is last time. Or sorry, most of last time, because there was one county here that flipped after the initial count, after this initial fake phony count. So what I'm going to do is grab this script, get into my notepad, or actually, I could just do it here. Sorry about that. It's just going to take a moment. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. That's what matters. I am going to show you a more beautified version of this bull crap. That's my goal, at least. Hoping to do right now. Who knows? Maybe it'll. But change it from the way back URL to the live URL. So let's see. Oh boy, what's going on here? Oh, maybe I need the cores. Something's going on. Okay, we do not want the web archive part. So clearly there was a mistake made. Let me fix this real quick. Clearly, there's a problem here. Okay. Thank you very much for your patience, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Right here, right now. Okay. That's the other thing I can try to do. That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here if this does any better. Sorry about the error. But the important thing is this. I'm going to give you guys exactly what I want to show you. That is what's most important. Or that I would hope that's what would be most important to people. So I'm going to get a beautified example is what my goal is here. That's not what I wanted. Although I was probably not going to get it doing that. Let's check this out. This ain't working. Because I want to show everyone an example. Or do I have to literally go? That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to get rid of all this way back crap. Which can take a minute. So it's going to take a minute, everybody. I hope everyone's having a good night. Thanks for being patient tonight. Let me get rid of all this web archive crap. That may be the problem. As a matter of fact, that almost certainly is the problem. We don't need that. We don't need this top crap. And I'm only going to keep the necessary ones too. We don't need all this bullshit. So once I get this done, I think it's going to work. I just need to, and we don't need all this Google shit. We really do not need all this Google crap, which is why we're going to get rid of it. Okay. Thank you all very much for your patience. It's not always easy. We do it for the truth, even if it takes a couple minutes. I mean, the most important thing is being honest and getting all the facts together. That's what at least is most important to me. God. I think once I get this crap done. Okay, I think that was it. So let's try this again. See if this works. I think this time it may work. I'm hoping. I'm going to test it over here for all. You may see the testing. Okay. Let's see what the hell happens now. Is it actually pulling data? Nope. Okay. So I knew this would maybe happen. Not a problem. Not a problem. All I have to do is get rid of this part of the extension, and it will work. I do think it will work this time. At least I'm hopeful. I am hopeful that it will work this time. Okay, why is it not connecting? Why the hell is it not connecting? Something's going on here. I do have that AI prompt too, which I may have to do. Okay, I think it will work this next time. Thanks everyone for their patience. This is never easy to do. This is a very, very difficult thing for me to do. Where's my HTML? So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do it through the Wayback Machine, which is not hard. Very easy to do. I just need the... So let me find my text file with how to do that, because I have the example. I should have had that ready is what I should have done. Although I didn't expect to be talking about this tonight. So in all fairness, I did not think I was going to be talking about this tonight. And here we are talking about it tonight. So once I do get this done, the rest of the night's going to be pretty easy for me. I just got to find this bull crap. Okay. Yeah. Thank you to everybody here tonight. I'm having to go through all my text files now, trying to find it. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Thank you very much for the understanding. Once I find the coding, because I have it somewhere. Nope, that ain't it either. Okay, I think good. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Can I sort this by date, maybe? Because I know it is date. What the hell? Shit. Here we go. Maybe this will help. Maybe this will help me a little bit. I'm just trying to look for it. Okay, that's not going to be it. Nope. That ain't it. Having to dig through everything right now. Now, while I'm waiting here, I'm going to do some impressions. because Holden Smith is Animal Claw. Because we know for a fact it's Animal Claw again. Aaron Haywood, just for you all. And how long? Where is it? Is it where? Maybe it's in January. I'm just going to start the new year. Crap. Once I find the frickin' screw, easily do it. Oh, God. Am I going to? Yeah, maybe. That's what I'll just do. Yeah, I can't find it. Did I put it back in December? I don't think I would have. Who knows? Who knows with me? Who knows with me? I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna have to redo it. This will just take a minute. I'm gonna have to get the code for it. And then I'll be able to do it. But my whole goal is to show everyone what this is about. What is taking this? Oh, God. I'm not waiting for this. I'm very sorry about this, everybody. Let's go to Copilot. I want to see if they'll let me get the script real quick. Once I have the script, it's going to be easy. Okay, good. I have it. I have the code now. So I just got to plug this code in to the console here. I'm hoping this will work. I'm so sorry about this, everybody. Shouldn't take much longer. At least I'm hoping not. Is this it? No, I thought for a second there. Oh my God. Is this freaking it? Yeah, after several. Oh, fuck this. Of course, I found it after several failed attempts. Frick. Okay, let's see if this code will be any better. My very sincere apologies, everybody. Maybe this will work. Did it actually work this time, or is it a bunch of bullshit? Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Maybe I don't have cores turned on. Do I even have it turned on? Or is that the problem? Okay. I mean, it's on, so it should work. Maybe I got to do it in This is going to be my last attempt at this. I ain't going to try again if this doesn't work. Yeah, I'm done trying. I'm done trying. If it works next time, I'll show it. I'm very, very sorry. I wanted to show you the example tonight. You only know that. Wah. Is that now that I'm trying to show how the and I couldn't get it to go. I mean, I got that part to go, but I wanted to show like how it gets beautified into an HTML, and I couldn't do it. So next time I'll have to show everyone. I'm so sorry about that. I really thought I was going to be able to tonight. I really, really did. I was really hoping for it. The only other thing I could maybe do, I'm only trying one more thing. And if this doesn't work, I'm done. I know. I'm going to take one more chance at it. I can't believe I'm... But believe it or not, I... Yeah, that ain't it. That definitely ain't it. Where is it? I'm going to take one last chance at this bull crap. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is my last chance. If this doesn't work, I ain't doing this. Okay, maybe this will. Okay, it's in the videos tab. This is my very last chance at this. If this doesn't work, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing this again. So if this doesn't work, I am completely done. I think I may have gotten it this time. Like I said, if this doesn't work, I'm not doing this again. The thing is, it works for the freaking president race. So why isn't it not working for this? Am I typing something in wrong? Oh, I may have to change that part though. Okay, that's it. Okay, I actually be able to show it. Very easy fix here. I think this may work this time. Finally, it's about the time it freaking happens. I know I keep trying and attempting. I keep failing. Holy shit, that would be great if it worked. Holla freaking Luya. It worked. It worked. Hallelujah. Holy shit, it worked. You guys, it worked. Hallelujah. It actually worked this time. Okay. Now I finally get to freaking do it. Oh, God. After that whole nightmare, it's about time. It is about time. So what happens is Now I can actually show what I want to show for once. So what happens here is the API, it goes from the input, the voting machine, to this code, and then it gets beautified in this map. Finally, I get to show this. It took that long. I told you I was going to find out. So they have this Ramsey Robinson Peace and Freedom. That's Roseanne Barr's former party, scripted to win right now. So that's what happens. It takes data from here and it spits it out into here. So if I wanted to show you the lieutenant governor and all the other races, I could. It's all phony. It's handpicked, and I just showed you how. They don't even follow their own chain of custody laws. All right. Now, because that's done, and I actually finally got to do what I wanted to do with it. I know it took 20 minutes. I am so sorry it took that long, everybody. I hope no one got bored. Now back to what we were actually going to go through. This.
Vocal individuals who's starting to ask questions. We'll get to her in a second, but first, Jake, your 2 cents.
First of all, there is no such thing as conspiracy theories. That's my new conclusion.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so what that is?
Unfortunately, people make it out to be. So I argue yes or no, maybe so, blah, 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 blah. But you either, I don't know how to answer that question. I would say there still are, but, and you are part of it, Cenk Uygur.
This is a term used by the media to make sure you don't challenge the government and their official story.
Okay, that's the sprinkle of truth. There's your sprinkle of truth. There is your sprinkle of truth.
Used by the media to make sure you don't challenge the government.
Okay.
That is a term used by the media to make sure you don't challenge the government. And the official story. Because the media is not in the business of news, they're in the business of propaganda for the powerful. So
there's your sprinkle of truth. There's your sprinkle of truth. And then challenges them is called a conspiracy theorist. That is the sprinkle of truth. Other than nothing else is real. Nothing of these sorts are real. That was your one little bit of truth. And the rest of it's going to be bull crap. And they're, like Jake says, it's going to be tainted with horse shit.
Just drop the conspiracy nonsense. It's a theory, okay? And is this particular theory an interesting one? Absolutely. And I'm a person who thought it was perfectly real. And I thought it was heroic what Trump did.
Yeah, we never thought it was real. Jake never thought it was real. We showed it proof for 2 years. Hey, Jake, if you're real, go check out Jake the Awake. Oh, but they won't do it because he's just as much narrative as what he's saying. You know, he's talking about other media outlets being that way. Cenk, you're just as much involved.
I'm now definitely rethinking that based on some of the evidence we're going to show you.
Well, okay, first let me just say there is no like smoking gun, so don't like wait for that.
You go watch Jake, there's a lot of smoking gun. There's a lot of really good proof if you go watch Jake.
I don't have a theory. Okay, my take on this is very strange. Okay, and I don't trust our government because our government has already lied about the suspect behind it, right? So Thomas Crooks was shot and killed at the scene, so there's going to be a trial or anything. But there was a big lie that was uncovered by Tucker Carlson in the special that he did on this incident, on this case. So we'll get to that.
Tucker is part of the fake phony government as well.
Just a minute, but first, while we still have trouble getting Trump to like shut up about the 2020 election, which he lost to Joe Biden, it is very strange.
I mean, They're all fake, phony puppets. If I had to say based off of what I saw, I'm pretty sure he enough to vote for him in 2020. It's down to Illuminati, no matter who wins. It doesn't matter. It's the same. Fuentes or this lady here or Cenk Uygur, they're all part of this UWE. All of them. Oh. All right. Give me just a minute. I'm going to get out of the pool real quick. All right. Let's get all this. Sorry about that, everybody. Give me just a sec. Looks like they're done, so I'm gonna get out. Oh, I'm out of the pool now. All right.
That we never hear Trump ever mention Butler, Pennsylvania. Ever.
Oh, wait. Hey, Rose. Rose, where are you going? Oh.
Near Mar-a-Lago. How come he never talks about any of this stuff? How come he doesn't demand investigation? Like he wants investigations as a freaking James Comey.
Well, because they told him not to. He has no power. It's just a character that they put out there. And we all know it. Oh boy. But they act like, you know, this one person has power, and we know he's just a hand-picked character, that Hollywood production that they just put up. But they have people believing that he controls everything. He doesn't. He controls nothing.
But he doesn't want to know more about motives behind his would-be assassins?
No, look, guys. So it's really hard for us from the outside to determine what actually happened.
See, they're doing it to pre-program people into being more stupid. That's why there's no investigation or fake investigation. They want the public to get more stupid. Why do you think they're going to do this extraterrestrials are real thing probably in the next couple of months? They're probably going to do that. And guess what? People are going to be so dumb that they believe it. Oh, boy. What's this other nonsense?
You're supposed to ask questions of the government, challenge the government to find out what really happened. You're not supposed to blindly accept things they say, especially when they don't make any sense.
Trump even
But that's
told
what they do, and that's what you do. you're just as much guilty of that exact thing. There never is any challenge. And when there is, it's fake challenge. It's government control challenge. So that they can make anyone who oh boy. I'm gonna go say night to my parents real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to start bringing my stuff in while I say night to my mom, so there's less I have to do, later. Okay. So thanks everyone for their patience. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to look that book up. Yeah, it's an interesting thing you bring up, though. Gee.
This Wi-Fi is terrible. Okay.
Goddamn flights in your area. There are drivers in your area.
I will tell you, this speech tonight will be classic Donald J. Trump. It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining. There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
There will be some shots fired tonight in the room.
So everyone should tune in. It's going to be really great.
Action.
What the hell was that?
Another day, another scripted psychological operation. Except this time, they gave us a rerun. Didn't we already see this show before? Didn't we already see an assassination attempt on Orange Jab Daddy already? This one is way more lackluster and way less action-packed than the last one. So what gives? These script writers suck, man. It's almost like they want us to know that this whole thing was staged. There are so many red flags associated with this incident that I don't even think I can cram them all into one video. But what I am going to do is point out some major inconsistencies that don't make any sense at all, which have led me to the conclusion that this was a WWE-style dog and pony show. So here is the story that we are being told. Supposedly, this is the suspect in custody who allegedly tried to assassinate President Trump. His name is Cole Allen, and apparently he used to be an intern for NASA. Red flag? Hello. They claim he was armed with multiple guns and knives, and that he charged this Secret Service security checkpoint and rushed right past all of the officers. And then shortly after this, he was in a gunfight with law enforcement. So, red flag number 2, why are we looking at such grainy, low-quality footage? This is 2026. Where is the 4K footage? Are you telling me that this security camera was from the late 80s and this is the best quality they have? I'm not buying it. Not only that, when I slow down the footage and I watch it in slow motion, I can't even tell if that's really an actual person running because it doesn't look human. It looks almost like this is some AI footage. Now, I'm not sure that this is AI footage, but you can't tell me that this looks like a regular human running past security. It looks more like Flash Gordon running past security. I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you if that was Cole Allen or Usain Bolt. The biggest red flag of all, at least in my opinion, would be the crowd and their reaction to this event. It doesn't seem like they are genuinely horrified about possibly losing their life. I would figure that this situation would be a lot more frantic and chaotic, but we don't see that. In fact, everyone seems way too calm. And the way that the president was taken off stage, he didn't look like he was in fear of losing his life either. In fact, afterwards, President Trump gave a speech and he was smiling. Seemed like he was in a great mood.
It's always shocking when something like this happens. Happened to me a little bit. It's happened to me a little bit. And I heard a noise and sort of thought it was a tray. I thought it was a tray going down. I've heard that many times, and it was a pretty loud noise. And it was from quite far away. He hadn't reached the area at all. They really got, but so it was quite far away, but it was a gun.
This viral Cleavet, who said there will be shots fired tonight after she conveniently whipped out the 666 hand sign. I mean, come on, y'all. Do you really want to chalk this up to coincidence? There is no coincidence when it comes to the world stage. All of this is meticulously scripted beforehand. All you have to do is just take a few seconds to analyze the footage from behind the scenes from when the shooting was supposedly taking place, and you can see some of these guys with cameras are more interested in doing photography than they are running for their lives. Look at these guys with their cameras. What are they doing? Shouldn't they be frantically running for their life right now? I guess getting photos of their personal safety and well-being. And last, certainly not least, Kirk making an appearance, and she's sad and crying, and she just wants to go home. Now, and I could go on and on and on, pointing out red flags as pertains to this scripted event, but that would make a really, really, really long video, and the conclusion would still be the same. This was nothing more than a scripted WWE style production of politics, and it was quite lazy. Not only that, it was a rerun from a script we've already seen before. If you are still watching this video at this point, please do me a big favor. Thumbs up button. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace.
This fucking internet. Oh God, I really hate this internet. Oh, fuck. God, this internet's horrible. All right. Just gonna get my charger that I need. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta get that out of my dining room. I have everything now. My apologies for being a complete mess tonight. I am very, very sorry to everyone. All right. I just got to put this down, fill my water up, and then that's it. I'm going to be there for the rest of the night. All right. All right. Good news. Let me get my butt in here, and now I'm staying. Good. I'm relieved. That's all done. All my chores are done. I am so sorry that I messed up tonight. I've been a mess. All right, I'm back. I don't pay attention enough
Something tells me they're going to fake some type of catastrophe probably in the next couple of years, but I cannot promise that. I hope not. They fake everything, so I don't know what they're going to do. Time will only tell, but I did want to finish something that we were going over.
The BBC last year that he doesn't like dwelling on it. You dwell on everything. He dwells on crap from like multiple decades ago.
Are you kidding me? I mean, the 2020, he thinks he lost an election. He can't let it go. Imagine if he was actually shot at. And that's why I remember when he was giving the speech at the RNC and he said, this is the only time I'll ever talk about it. I remember saying that's not true at all. Like he's never gonna be able to stop talking about this. But I was wrong. He doesn't talk about it anymore. Okay, so if you don't think that's strange, now you're being weird. That's definitely strange. So that's point one.
Oh boy. No, point one. He doesn't control anything. He's a fake phony puppet who's controlled by the elite. Who knows who that is? 2, everything is fake and phony on the mainstream news, including this show, because this is just as much part of it. 3, they have controlled opposition like Alex Jones and Jaron and Eric Dubé and Mark Sargent and all these government puppets and fittest son of a bitch, Tyler Hansen and RV. All these people are controlled opposition. This guy, Kyle Kulinski, Secular Talk, Jake was exposing him tonight. Who's more puppets? Patricia Steer, Karen B, all these puppets. Craig McNeil, Simon Scam, you name it. Who are the other puppets? ODD. Who else was a fake puppet? I mean, what's his name? Yeah, I already mentioned him. Or people like who's that guy? John Levy, Shill. All these fake puppets. And think about it. When they did that stupid baby truther show, when they laughed at that woman, who was Jaron Campanella with? Alex Stein. Who does Alex Stein work for? Sky News Australia, which is Fox News. And Real America's Voice, which is Turning Point USA. Who's all associated with Trump. It's all part of the same network of people. All of it. Alex Stein also worked with Alex Jones. Who does Alex Jones, who you see him taking pictures with? Trump. All part of the same picture of people. That's why Alex Jones says, well, the whole thing's fake and phony.
So over the weekend, one of Trump's strongest supporters, who apparently no longer is a strong supporter, her name is Trisha Hope. She was actually a January 6th activist and a national delegate for Trump. She posted a lengthy post on X explaining her thought process on this whole situation because she finds it very strange. I'm gonna read exactly what she wrote verbatim. I was a longtime Trump supporter. I became a national delegate to make—
probably another fake phony, another Hollywood character.
certain Trump was seated as the nominee. On the night Trump spoke at the RNC, he had the ear patch on. Remember, he had like a giant female hygiene product like attached to his ear. As Trump began to speak, he started with this. So many people have asked me what happened. Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. So in regard to his statement there, Trisha Hope says, my first thought was how odd for him to begin this way. In my opinion, Trump made that statement to stop any further conversation about the story, would only do it once, and that was. Now we all know no one loved Trump more than Trump, so this to me felt completely out of character.
Yeah, no question.
Okay.
So there's more videos. Keep going.
Following the inauguration, I found it odd that Trump wasn't going aggressively after those who allowed this to happen. He seemed to behave like it was no big deal. His Secret Service detail failed him miserably, failed him massively, allowed him to be shot, and they allowed that perfectly timed photo op to take place.
Or there's another interesting story. Or Jake does such a good job at what he does, the government is scared of him and us and of me because we do such a good job at debunking everything that they're having to have these narratives so that they can act like a pretend version of Jake and then taint the truth with horse shit and poison so that it looks stupid, so that people come at us as we're stupid. Clearly that's not the case. But they're so worried about Jake now. And think about it. Think about what's happened the last few weeks. People constantly saying the N-word in the chat. A lot of government officials doing it. All these mom sex comments. And all these sexual threats these government agents make on the chat. Think about it. And now they're doing this all of a sudden. Why? They're scared of him. They know Jake's right. And they know I'm right. Yeah, I think people are really starting to wake up. And this may be our best opportunity. And trust me, I'll be in this fake, phony TYT comment section promoting Jake. And hopefully people will realize, oh, this whole thing's fake. Oh, boy.
Since the attempt on his life, Trump has shown no interest in investigating what really happened. He never mentions it. It's as if it never happened, except when he tells us he took a bullet for us. So she gets a little, she starts like sharing her own theories. She thinks the man who actually got killed that day, Corey Compatore, was basically used as part of the plot. Someone had to die. Otherwise, it would have been much easier to claim it was a hoax. They killed Corey likely because he was truly a real life hero. One people would rally behind and defend passionately, as they should. Then to top it off, they used Corey to their benefit at the convention. To this day, his wife is begging for answers she has repeatedly been denied. Sadly, there have been no more.
Okay, probably another character. Either that or they used an actual person. Although I would more lean toward that it's another fake phony character.
There have been, there have no more use for her. They have no more use for her. So she no longer matters. So that's her theory. Obviously, we don't have any evidence to back any of that up, right? But
there's one thing in there that makes sense.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Like, so I don't know what happened with the gentleman who was shot and killed, and now we're getting into deeper waters, et cetera. And again, we're not saying we know, okay? So to me, the legitimate question in there is, why was no one punished at the Secret Service for an enormous breach of security?
Because it's all Hollywood production. And those same people happen to be at the Kirk thing. Those same Secret Service people. It's all a Hollywood act so that they can take your Second Amendment rights away. So they can say, oh, look, guns is what's causing problems. So they amplify it. It's all a trap. Period. That's what it is. And it's really sad at this point. Let's see if anyone else has been commenting lately. Oh. Oh my goodness, just the bullshit that these government agents come up with. It's a joke. It's just a joke. Is that the issue? Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh my God.
But there was a guy on a roof with a perfect shot at Trump in the crowd, and that's the one building they didn't look at, and that's the one building that had no video cameras.
Yeah.
And not only was that guy, was the people in charge of security that day not fired, the lead guy there was promoted to the head of the Secret Service.
Insane.
No, that's evidence number 2.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
What's this evidence number 2?
And not only was that guy, was the people in charge of security that day not fired, the lead guy there was promoted to the head of the Secret Service.
Insane.
No, that's evidence number 2.
Or this whole thing was a trap so they can get Jake fans to believe these stupid people again, which will not work with me. And I would hope it doesn't work with any of you. I support it. Listen, I hate the smell of it. I would personally never do it, but it's either you let it be legal or people are going to sneak it and abuse it, and then there's a lot more problems. So personally, I would want it to be legalized. I think the more stuff people are aware of, the better off we are. I think what is called the war on drugs, it's just people are going to do it behind a corner, and that's when there's just so many problems. So I think it's just better that it's legal and people can see what's going on. Obviously, if people misuse it and hurt others on their highs, obviously They should get, in severe trouble. But if all you're doing is using it, I think it's fine. Especially medically. There should be no issue with that. Although I even think recreationally it should be legal. I don't see a problem. I mean, it's a plant. It's a plant. That's what it is. But let's see. Is there any other bull crap here?
Okay. So I'm actually gonna skip ahead. I want to go to some of these videos. Let's start with F2 because there are others who have weighed in on this. Now, Tim Dillon, of course, is a comedian, but he does a lot of honest commentary in his comedy. With that in mind, let's take a look.
Maybe the assassination was like not something that we don't know the full story. So maybe it was staged.
This guy's a fake phony actor. Yeah, there's no maybe. It was definitely staged. And unlike you people who are just now covering it, we covered it when it happened. And we did a much better, honest job than you people. You people sound stupid and ridiculous.
Maybe it was faked. Maybe it was some kind of message to him, although I don't understand that because it almost, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how close you would come. The top of the ear. But I think maybe it was staged. And I think now is the time to just come out and say, some people are going to be upset by this, but we staged the assassination attempt in Butler to show people how important it is and how important it was to vote for me.
Oh my God.
Okay.
See, mainstream narrative talking points. All they want to do is this mainstream narrative. Oh yeah. What a joke.
So that's what Tim Dillon had to say on his own show earlier this month. And then you have the statements that Joe Kent made when he was on Tucker Carlson's podcast. If you don't remember, let's go to F3.
I mean, we still don't know what happened in Butler. We don't know what happened with Charlie Kirk. And by no means am I saying like, the Israelis did this or any of that, but I'm saying there's a lot of unanswered questions there. And there is enough data to at least say that there's a good chance that President Trump feels like he is under threat. We're not allowed to ask, basically, was there any linkage between what took place with Asif Merchant, who was recruited by the Iranians to come to America to recruit proxies to kill President Trump? The FBI put a confidential human source at him. All this is public now. This is all out there in the open. And he's arrested, and then 2 days later, a sniper takes a shot at President Trump.
And I'm going to go to one more video, Cenk, just so we do our due diligence here.
Again, another fake phony puppet. Who the hell's this guy?
Proxies to kill President Trump. The FBI put.
There was no killing. It was fake. It was a Hollywood stage production. Oh my God.
Tucker's special on this issue needs to be looked at because we were lied to about how Thomas Crooks had no online trail. He didn't post anywhere. He wasn't active on any social media. Nothing could be further from the truth. So if you watch it, he's going to show you the receipts, but I want to give you a little taste. F6.
In late September, we received a tip from a source. He told us he'd gained access to some of Thomas Crooks's accounts. He'd found these accounts by utilizing tools commonly used by private investigators. The key lead was Thomas Crooks's phone number. That was published in documents obtained by America First Legal.
Oh my God, Tucker Carlson showing government fake, phony, mainstream official narratives. And ideologically, yes, that is my ideology, libertarian. Look, obviously the Libertarian Party, fake, phony, a lot of Hollywood characters, a lot of, same type of crap people there as well. But ideologically, yes.
That phone number led our source to Thomas Crooks' primary email account.
See, and now they're having these fake phony accounts.
tmcrooks7@gmail.com. That in turn, he linked with more than a dozen other accounts. It turns out that Thomas Crooks was...
Oh, look, there's a 3. Wow. What do you know? There's a 3. Of course there's a 3 in there.
Hardly an online ghost. He was active, and yet federal investigators lied and told us there was no trace of him online. Some of Crooks' accounts, like his Snapchat, appear to have been fully deactivated and completely taken out of use. Some of them may have been unused or cleared by federal officials during the investigation. We don't know because the FBI wouldn't tell us. There is ample...
Yeah, because they're all part of the same group of people as you. They can just fake and release fake crap at any given moment.
Evidence to support the authenticity of these posts. Our source figured it out. So did we. But when we reached out directly to the FBI to ask why the Bureau hadn't shared any details from the account with the public, the FBI responded by questioning whether we could verify the authenticity of the account. We were confused by this, considering the authenticity is self-evident. And of course, the FBI would have known that since the day of the shooting.
The whole thing's fake, phony, and full of baloney. These are, I mean, oh my God. I mean, these are the same people that have Jaron and Alex Stein and Dearth hired with his tracking app.
Super suspicious, Cenk.
So point number 3 is Joe Kent, who was the National Counterterrorism
Although I
Director.
would believe that's probably more to CIA, but same crap.
Asked for permission to investigate leads they had on foreign connections to the shooting. Now, in that clip that you saw with Tucker Carlson, and I explored that more with Joe Kent in my interview that I did right here on the Young Turks, you could watch that. And what he said was that there was a guy who was arrested for trying to assassinate Trump in some wild plot that was connected to Iran. Now, wait a minute. If you have evidence connecting it to any foreign government, let alone Iran, why wouldn't you let the National Counterterrorism Director and the entire organization investigate that? That is
because it's a one world government and it's fake. See, now they're coming up with these horseshit tainted narratives. So they take this is how they make Jake and us look stupid. They take sprinkles of truth and then they taint it with a bunch of poison. And they're so scared of Jake now, or Jacob, that they're gonna go to this point. That they're just gonna take what he does and make it look like it's stupid. That's what they're doing. Because they know people are waking the hell up. No one is buying this anymore. Oh my God. I think there's more than 1% of people that are awake. I would say at least 10%, maybe 20% of people are awake. Or mostly awake. Because if these people are thinking I'm going to go back to the mainstream crap, it ain't working with me. It ain't working with me at all.
super strange. So that is evidence number 3. Evidence number 4 is what Tucker just mentioned, which is, why is the FBI lying about Thomas Crooks' background?
Yeah.
Well, if he did it and he did it alone, why wouldn't they, crucify him publicly, like, oh, here's what he did, and et cetera, and how awful. But yet they've said nothing about him. Not only that, they've lied about him. That is also enormously strange. Okay, now the last one. Number 5.
Well, they lie because he's a fake, phony character, and they made the crap up. Like they do with all these events, not just this one. That's the thing. They also say it's just this event. No, it's all your fake, phony, pew events. All of them are fake. Oh my God.
5 is the photographers. someone shepherding the photographers to just the right location. Now, normally when I see something like that, I go, really? Okay, I mean, are you sure? And there's an element of that here with the flag, which I'll tell you about.
Again, it was staged. But of course, he's going to taint it with a bunch of horse crap.
But we're going to show you F7, the next video, because to me, this was also, I mean, this is number 5, guys, of incredibly strange things that happened. So let's watch. Okay, so this is the shoot. Now you see that guy on that just crossed your screen on the lower level. He crosses after the shooting. He's not panicking and running away. He was very calm earlier in the video. This is a long video, and he went to go get something. Now oh, look at that. He went to go get photographers. There he is again. You see, crouching down, and he's shepherding the photographers. And now you're about to see a second person that'll also come in to shepherd the photographers for just the right shot. So as soon as what happened was like the shooting happened, he was just the calmest man. And there he is, look. And here comes another woman now. Bring the photographers here. We need the exact picture. And it looks incredibly choreographed.
Yeah. That's the sprinkle of truth. But then they taint it with a bunch of crap to make it look stupid. That's what they do with all these pew pew events. Every single one of them. Not just this one. That's what they do with all these scripted events. You see, this whole thing is to try to get views away from Jake. That's what this is about. And the government is basically having them, hey, try to take views away from Jake's audience. Let's make their audience look stupid. And we're going to taint it with a bunch of mainstream narrative bullcrap. That's what's going on here. That's exactly what's going on here. That's also why they've been threatening us in the chat so much more often. Because they're scared now. Because people are actually waking up. So now they're doing the dirty work. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay, but how did they know to choreograph it? In the middle of a shooting,
I'd be out of there.
Is your first reaction, oh, let me go get the photographer?
Exactly. Now, this is the sprinkle of truth. And why is every single video footage grainy and 180p? It's never HD. There's never an HD footage. It's this grainy crap. But of course, they taint it with a bunch of crap. But I think this may be. Let's listen to it.
Photographers, and let me bring them to just the right location where they're going to be able to take a shot of the flag as well.
Now, of course, it's not Trump that does it. Again, Trump is just part of the Hollywood act. The whole thing was staged. Everyone's in on it, including him, including this guy, Cenk Uygur. He is just as much involved.
And Trump holding up his fist. And I'm not at all worried about my life. And remember, guys, come here. No, not there, right here, just like we planned it. What is that? Now, some people have a theory about how the flag was lowered. I don't know if the flag was lowered, okay? I don't know, maybe it was.
The whole thing's a production, including you.
Maybe it wasn't, but that's not the point. The point is, those guys that shepherded the photographers to just the right location seemed like they had a plan. Right?
Yeah. And you're in on it. You're in on the plan. And then you're tainting the sprinkles of truth with a bunch of bull crap. Oh, and do you mention that? Oh, hey, Jake exposed this 2 years ago. No, of course not. Because that would destroy your whole legacy. What a bunch of bull crap.
So you can say, hey, I dismiss this one or I dismiss that. You dismiss all 5 of those incredibly strange pieces of evidence, and you've been brainwashed to believe the government always tells the truth.
Yeah, and we're brainwashed to believe in you talking with the official narrative. And controlled opposition like Jaron, like Dubé, like Mark Sargent, like Karen B, like Alex Jones, all these fake controlled opposition nut jobs. Authentic Intent, who raped that 14-year-old black girl. And they all raced in to defend him. Oh, and then there, when Jaron and Dave Weiss and Alex Stein with their stupid show laughing at that woman getting beaten. Oh, yeah. Oh, who does Alex Stein work with? Oh, yeah, that's right. He works with Fox News in Australia. Sky News Australia. That's Fox News. Yeah. Nothing strange. Nothing. Yeah, no. These people are all tied to the same bull crap. And Cenk Uygur is just as much a part of it as soon as Anna Kasparian. Same bullcrap group. Oh my God.
And you should just shut down your brain the minute government says an official position. You see what I'm saying?
I do. And all of this is strange. Let's also acknowledge how insane it would be to stage a shooting like that, assuming that
it happens all the time. I feel like that happens. They stage a shooting every week, at least once a week. That's not, well, yeah. I mean, why would they do that? It's because they want people to be stupid. No, it's normal for these people. It's normal for her and for the other guy, because they're all a part of it every single week. Whatever.
Oh, you're just going to graze the candidate's ear and nothing more. I mean,
so
we don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I have no idea what happened.
And our FBI director might be an alcoholic.
Okay.
Or did they have one of the special Hollywood things where it can make it look like a real, bloody incident? Those little Hollywood things that they have, and they can just squirt blood out and make it look real. Could have been that. And they had fake gun noises. They've had fake gun noises. They've had fake whistle noises on those fake protests. We've heard it. There's hardly any officers there, and it sounds like there's whistles all over the place. Yeah, no, this ain't fooling me at all.
So look, from day one, I see you crazy. Trump's gonna let somebody take a shot at him and barely miss. There's no chance that happened, right? So that is very, very unlikely. So how do you explain it? I don't know. By the way, if you guys don't know, in wrestling, what people do is, in the old days, they'd always be bleeding from the head, and you're like, geez.
Oh wow! Now they're talking about how wrestling's real. The WWE is as fake, noticeably fake as it gets. There you go. There you go.
Did they really get hit? They would roll under the mat, okay? Like they'd get hit with a chair, they'd roll under the ring, and they would cut their forehead with a razor, believe it or not. Dusty Rhodes used to do this all the time.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Trump, he was on WWE. You can go watch him against Vince McMahon.
And because you're sweating, even though it's a tiny cut, it would bleed all over their faces, right? Trump goes under the podium, comes out with a bloody ear. Okay, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What I do know is the official story has a lot of problems. So what in the world is the government doing? Especially because it's not like they took a shot at Biden. They theoretically took a shot at Trump.
Yeah.
You would think that they would be highly, highly, highly motivated to find out exactly what happened. Super last thing is, sorry to anyone I ever called a conspiracy theorist. Whether you're on the right and you had pizza, turns out pizza did mean kids. Okay.
Oh God, now he's gonna talk about mainstream crap. Okay, we're done. Probably the whole thing's phony. All right, I think we're gonna end tonight. Thank you all for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody. Have a good night, JP. Thank you for being here as always. I really do appreciate you. I'll email you, JP, probably tomorrow. Until next time, you take care, everybody.